I'm back! It's Treasure Tuesdays! Welcome to another edition of Treasure Tuesdays. It is so good to be back, my friend. I am deeply, deeply inspired right now. Having a month break of making videos has been really essential. It's just opened up my heart, has fueled my system, has given me a little bit more space. I'm actually out here in a lot of space right now in Mendocino, California, creating a really exciting, powerful project that is sort of rocking my world and opening my heart. I'll share a bit about that soon. But for right now, I want to share with you a powerful story. You guys know that I used to live out here when I was going through a radical, painful time in my life. I left my whole life in LA behind and did some pretty powerful healing out here for a year and a half. And so now I'm back out here from a very different perspective. I'm creating, I'm healthy, I'm whole, I'm grateful, I'm just in myself and living in the present moment as much of the time as I can. And it just feels so good. So first, to start, if you're in a challenging place, please know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and that there is a way through every single block, and you are the way. You are literally your own love, compassion, self-love, radical self-love, presence, self-care is the way. And I am a testament of that, and I've seen countless clients be testaments of that. So what I want to share with you is this memory I had, and I have a powerful treasure tool for you. If you are going through any kind of intense emotion that is very challenging for you, whether it is anxiety or depression or deep grief, first of all, remember that the only way through is through. And that's finally what knocked me over the head on my journey, and why I finally came out here years ago, is just to finally feel it all and heal it all so that I could live my life to the fullest and be on purpose. And what I want to share with you is that it takes courage, to actually free yourself and face what you feel. And it is the most empowering transformational experience that literally is a rite of passage that kind of births you into, it actually births you into the full expression that you're here to be. It births you into your purpose, your path, your message, your transformational story, whatever it is that you want to embody and live in the world. So whatever you're going through right now is actually essential. It's an essential step to, the whole staircase of your life. And the memory I had as I was walking down the beach, you can't see it right now, but the whole beach is behind you, you might hear it. I was remembering as I was walking down the beach that I had this very powerful experience one day where I was, and it's in my book, The Diamond Process as well, but I was running away from depression. I was trying to be the biggest, brightest light on the planet, and I was very successful at pretending and hiding and burying all of the pain that was inside of me. And when I came out here to Mendocino, I remember one day I was trying everything not to feel depressed. I literally was trying to eat the right foods, think the right thoughts, say the right affirmations, and I just couldn't escape the dark side of myself. And one day, I'll never forget, it was just like total grace that made this happen. I was getting in the shower and I was depressed, and I never would have used the word depressed to identify myself, to label myself, because I was terrified of that word. I thought if I ever used the word depression, it would actually keep me there. And if I ever admitted that I was depressed, I would be stuck there forever. That's what it felt like. So I kept trying to run from it, right? And what happened was one day I couldn't escape it. I just felt like such shabib, you guys. I felt like crap. I couldn't escape that. And one day it just really, I caved in, and I was getting in the shower and I was looking in the mirror right before jumping in the shower, feeling awful, like so bad. And it was like grace literally moved through me, and I was bare and just raw. And I looked in the mirror and I just said, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. And literally in that moment, it was like poof, this light went on, and it was like this open, there's no word, like this infinite vast space opened up for the part of me that was depressed. And it was like what I was rejecting in myself, this facet of myself. You guys hear me talk about we're diamonds and we have all these different facets. The depressed facet of me was finally given permission to exist. And my energy started surging through my body, and I just started weeping. I got in the shower. Before I got in the shower, actually, I remember saying to myself, you know what? I am going to get to know you, depression. I want to know everything about you. I am here. I am available. I have a blank journal. I'm going to fill it with everything depression wants to talk about. I'm going to give depression a voice. Powerful process. And I got in the shower and I just started crying very deeply. There was a deep pain that was inside of me. And ironically, when I got out of the shower, it was gone. The depression was literally gone. In the shower, I had cried, and a big story was coming out about why I was depressed and why I should be depressed and what was lacking in my life and how alone I was and blah, blah, blah. And it's not blah, blah, blah. It was the real feeling of that depressed facet of me. And I gave it permission and I let the tears flow. And there was no longer resistance. What we resist persists. There was no longer resistance to the truth of that moment, which was depression. Basically, the depression dissolved in an instant. And I'm not saying this will happen every time or that the goal is not to get rid of depression. But what I am saying is that that experience changed my life. And it brought me into a healthy relationship with the depressed side of me. I haven't actually experienced depression since then. But what I can say is that when I feel sad, I have a vast space of compassion that I touched that day that is now accessible to me like a door I can open at any time to welcome whatever I'm feeling in. Compassion is the doorway to freedom. It's everything. And so whatever you're feeling right now is simply hungry for your own compassion, I promise you. And the question is, how can you be more loving, accepting, and compassionate for the parts of you that you really don't want, that you don't want to experience, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, grief, whether it's that you don't like the way your thighs look or the way your face looks or the way your voice sounds, whatever it is, can you court this part of you, this vast space, which is actually the true self, the diamond self, the truth of who you are, so that no matter what happens in your life, you can be at peace, clear, empowered, present, confident, regardless of outer circumstances and even regardless of the quality of your thoughts. Even if you're having really critical mind of a day, you can still open up that door of compassion. So I want to share with you guys how to do that, a treasure tool that's really powerful. In my book, the sun is going down, it's so pretty. In my book, The Diamond Process, I talk about in step 4, it's a 7-step process. It's a journey, really, but and the 4th step is called medicinal dialogue. So the treasure tool, which I never really thought about until when I was walking on the beach, instead of writing with the medicinal dialogue in the book and giving your feelings a voice or even speaking it in your meditation space, what I suggest is actually waking up in the morning and looking in the mirror and just saying the truth of that moment. I feel like shit. I hate the way I look. I'm excited. I'm going to breakfast with a friend. God, I have so many feelings and they're all conflicting. You know, whatever comes up in the moment, and just starting to master the ability to feel what you really feel in the moment and actually express that, not to some stranger or not to somebody who's not going to get you or not to someone who's going to judge you, but voice it out loud into the infinite space that is constantly holding you and your life. And ask, set the intention, invoke the power inside of you that is compassion embodied, that is spaciousness, love, acceptance. Those energies are what transform your life. It's not some pill, it's not some, makeover. Those things can work on the surface for a little while, but it comes down to who you are inside. So I share this with you because you can not only heal whatever you're going through right now, or help a friend heal with this if you want to share this video with them, but this very thing that you're going through, whatever challenging emotion, is actually awakening something else in you. There's a gift behind it. For me that day when I looked in the mirror and all I felt was just so depressed, and I hated it. I hated myself, you guys, for feeling depressed. And I was standing there naked, bare, and I just finally gave up. I finally gave up all the trying, all the light chasing, all of that. And I looked in the mirror and I just confessed. I fessed up and I rose up and I said, I'm depressed. The gift that came out of it was compassion. I had never had compassion for myself. Real, solid, unwavering compassion. Meaning not pity for myself. It's the opposite of that. It's a deep embrace, a love, an acceptance, compassion. It means like a deep understanding of who I am as a soul and what I've endured, what I've gone through, and what it feels like to be human and all the trials and tribulations. That level of compassion that awakened in me, I wouldn't trade it for the world, because now as I walk through life, my life, I'm able to activate that compassion for, it was always easy with others, but for myself in any given moment. I just literally have it accessible. It is a gift that's awakened me now. And without the depression, I would have had no need to ever turn that light of compassion on. So as that, now you guys know why Kuan Yin is always in my in my trainings and in my, you know, all of my work and stuff. You see her in the background as the statue often in the live work I do, like the Google Hangouts and stuff. That's why. It's just that constant reminder. So again, whatever you're going through, not only can you heal this, but this powerful practice, try it for 5 mornings in a row. Just wake up each morning, look in the mirror, and speak your truth. Speak the unspeakable without an agenda, without trying to fix yourself. Drop it completely. Can you give yourself permission not to be perfect, not to be the best, just to be you? Maybe even to be ordinary. When I started to embrace myself as ordinary, everything changed. I don't need to be special. I don't need to be a superstar anymore. And for my whole life, I just felt worthless if I wasn't the best, if I didn't look my best, if I didn't have the best personality, if I wasn't the most talented, the wealthiest, the whatever, most popular. There's so much more to you and to me than what we have been taught in our society. That's what all my videos are devoted to helping you not only remember your infinite nature, the truth, the power, the powerful presence that you are. You know it, you feel it, you always have known it. It's inside of you, it's here to birth into the world, it's your full potential. And to also help you express your purpose into the world, to help you express and find your voice, to be all that you are, because you're a gift. How amazing is that? And so I'm completing here with this gorgeous sunset. The sunset never, or the sun, never discriminates. It shines on everything. The weeds, the flowers. It doesn't coin one thing as good, one thing as bad. And in the same way, whether it's depression or joy, the whole of you is worthy of light and love, acceptance, compassion, all of it. So with that said, I love you guys. It is so good to be back. I've missed you all, and with all the love in my heart, I never knew I'd be back in this place I was so intensely in pain and depressed in, and I'm a brand new, whole, creative, empowered leader of love. And all of that was preparation. So trust your path. I love you guys, and mwah! May you feel the love and enjoy the treasure tool.